What's up people, Dazzles here, and today we're going to be doing the Harry Potter spells tag. I picked up on this one from Indy on Taps Life and Books, so go check her out. There'll be a link down in the description below. But you know, let's get started. Honestly, I was going to go a bit more Harry Potter in this, but I could only find my Hufflepuff tie. I've got more stuff floating around somewhere, but I don't know where. Spell number 1, Expecto Patronum, a childhood book that's connected to good memories. Well and truly here, this one's going to have to be Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It is one of the handful of books that I have read over and over again as I've aged. And you know what, I think it's also the first book that I ever bought using my own paycheck, so it's right there. Spell number 2, Expelliarmus, a book that took you by surprise. Probably going to have to be the boyfriend list. 15 boyfriends, 11 shrink appointments, 4 ceramic frogs, and me, Ruby Oliver. I got it! I can't even remember how I picked it up in the first place, but I just really enjoyed it too. I didn't expect it to be my jam, but then it was. Prior Incantanto, the last book you read. Discounting Oathbringer, which I'm still currently in the process of reading. This one's gonna have to be Yes Please by Amy Power. It's just a memoir of her life and it was just so good and so funny, and I listened to the audio book and she's fantastic. If you haven't read Yes Please, then definitely get around to it. Listen to the audiobook if you're into that, because it is just perfect and fantastic, and yes. Alohomora, a book that introduced you to a new genre. Cocaine Blues, the first book in the Miss Fisher Murder Mysteries series, kind of got me into murder mysteries, but like, I don't know how anything's gonna top Miss Fisher because she is amazing. Ridiculous, a funny book you've read. The book recommended by Kiri Callaghan, which is Let's Pretend This Never Happened, a mostly true memoir by Jenny Lawson. It is just so funny, and I just want to believe it's all true. I would talk about this more, but I've got a video lined up for hopefully next week where I'll be talking about this one a little bit more. Keep an eye out for it. Sonorous, a book that everyone should know about. I'm not saying that I have 3 copies of Alice the Terramirum Chronicles by Kiri Callaghan, but you know, I have 3. This one's probably going to go to the next book swap that I'm at, because I need everyone to read it. But this is one of my favorite books, and you know what? Read it. Just please read it. It's amazing and wonderful and fantastic and perfect. And Obliviate, a book or spoiler you wish you could forget. First Life by Gina Showalter. Just no. Crucio, a book that was painful to read. Armada by Ernest Cline, and the part that made it really painful was legitimately sometimes I stand by Ernest Cline was just trying to prove his nerd cred and would just be like, I'm gonna drop this reference and this reference and this reference. Oh, and the main character felt like Luke did when this happened in this movie, and I'm like, you know what, if someone has not seen the particular piece of nerd culture that you're ranting about, then they ain't gonna know what your character's feeling. So like, it really frustrated me, it did, so much. Avada Kedavra, a book that could kill. Like Indy, I really had no idea where to go with this one, so I'm gonna go with Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. Now this is book 1 in the Stormlight archives, and look how fat this thing is, and it was a really good read. I'd gotten around to reading this one over the Christmas break a couple of years ago, and I think I spent like a little over a week doing nothing but reading this and its sequel, and now I'm currently reading book 3, which is over there somewhere, and they're all this fat, maybe fatter. So I feel like if you got really enveloped, you just starve to death because you're busy reading. So that's the Harry Potter spells tag. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, feel free to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you check out Indy's channel. She is fantastic. I met her at VidCon last year and she is a good. That's going to be all from me today. I'll be back in a couple of days with some Pokemon gameplay. I will see you all in a few days. Until then, I hope everyone's having a great time. Bye.